Good evening. As you know, I have been spending a lot of extra time here in Toronto, just like I did a couple videos ago, back when I announced that I'll be staying here until the 25th of June, which has already passed, and now we're in July. Well, until the 19th of this month, 2 days before Barbie and Oppenheimer. We don't want to talk about those. But until just now, today, July the 3rd, I just heard the sad news from my mother here in a different part of Toronto, like a couple minutes away from where I'm living right now with my grandmother, that sadly my grandfather, who goes by the name of Bryan Gransden, has sadly passed away at the age of 92. And I mean, yeah, this shocks me. Like, every time I hear this sort of news that people pass away peacefully, different causes of deaths, whether they can spread them out to the world or not, or keep them private for a bit until families can confirm what the cause of death is. But yeah, I'm a little bit speechless and a little emotional after what I've just heard this evening here in Toronto, Ontario. Yeah. As soon as I heard the news, I started saying a prayer with my grandmother, in which I like to call her Gigi. She got off the phone with my mother living, again, in a different house somewhere in Toronto, that Bryan has passed away, my grandfather, Bryan, and we both bowed our heads together, and we each said a prayer, like they always do in church, and yeah, sharing some wonderful memories of your loved ones, and so on. It's just, I don't even know how the prayer goes, but all I know is what Gigi told me, and we both repeated it, so that I can remember the words properly. Yeah, it sucks, and I mean, it still shocks me to hear this kind of sad news when a member of your family has passed away suddenly. Anyways, as soon as it happened, I did check up on my other grandmother, Angela, and I wanted to send her my prayers to my grandfather as well. And the call that I had from her, that actually counted as a prayer as well, alongside her wonderful memories of being with Bryan. Yeah, it left me all emotional for only like 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, we both said our prayers like virtually on my iPhone where I'm recording this special tribute. And I decided to write down a little message from my community tab on the YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed to it yet. Anyways, I screenshotted it. Allow me to read you the message. I have, of course, heard some sad news from my mother and grandmother from back at her house where I'm staying in until, as said, 19th of July. I just heard that my grandfather, Bryan, has sadly passed away at the age of 92. He was suffering from bone cancer for years. I don't know how long he's been suffering from bone cancer, some type of bone cancer. He lived a normal and happy life, and he also loved saying the word that never left his head and the brain of his. It was poop. I put in a poop emoji at the end because that's what makes him funny, and he liked being funny, especially around my family and friends. All things that word. He even loved watching Winnie the Pooh on video. Just like me, I love all things Winnie the Pooh. My grandmother Angela from back at her place was saying her prayers, and so was my mother. When I spoke with her on the phone the Monday evening, he passed. Bryan passed. The call even turned out to be a prayer. We were both doing on different ends of Toronto, meeting on the phone. So my thoughts and prayers are with my grandfather Bryan, his friends and family from both in Toronto, Canada, and in Africa, where he grew up, with my grandmother, and everyone who's also saying a prayer tonight and in the coming days. Now it's not the good time to do a funeral, but we'll all go to bed holding our loved ones and families even tighter this evening. Yeah, that's all I have to say. We'll miss you, Bryan Gransden. Yeah, that's my tribute. We love you. Thank you.